Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttatoosandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing. Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing, or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases, or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza DoNisi. Pizza DoNisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
As dawn approaches,
Heineken! Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the ultimate underground metal tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza DoNisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza DoNisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. For 45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out.
In a broken wasteland, come to my fire and place your blood and steel upon my pyre. Oh, this is the Metal Forge. This is the Metal Forge. This is the Metal Forge. This is the Metal Forge.
What's going on, metalheads? Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Metal Forge. My name is Mark Jackson, and I am your host. This week we have All Hell, and I don't even know who's actually coming in because I've just been talking to the account, and I'm just like, oh shit, it totally slipped my mind to ask who fucking is like doing the interview, right? So anyway, All Hell playing Steel and Stone 7 with Overload, Temptations, Wings, Oblivion Throne, Children of the Reptile, and Twisted Tower Dire in their only performance of the year. And with him, as always, is Jason Gardner, the promoter of Steel and Stone. Jason.
I prefer Mastermind of Steel and Stone.
Bastard Mind?
That works too.
Yes.
It's the only show I promote all year except for my bands, which is like usually just like an opening slot somewhere. So yeah, it's finally almost upon us. Next Metal Forge will be the day. So
I know,
exciting.
and you know, I'm got a toss up. I don't know who's going to be on that Metal Forge yet. It's coming down to two different guests.
Well, I have sent a raven, as they say, electronic raven, to a certain last band who's not been on the show before. He said he is going to make it happen, so we shall see.
Yeah. So this is the idea. Either it's going to be Oblivion Throne on the day of Steel and Stone,
right?
Or it's going to be Rob Dietrich from Blackened Whiskey on the day of Steel and Stone. I'm hoping it's Oblivion Throne because it would be nice to, you know, actually, talk them up and do some stuff. And I promise this time I am going to try and go live with Metal Forge updates from the road and Steel and Stone, because that weekend we are actually playing back in Louisville that Saturday night at Mag Bar with Belushi Speedball and a few others for Thrash Giving, which is Belushi's Thanksgiving show.
Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, so dude, here, man, I'll tell you, I was just like, yeah, I'll do a show. I'll put on a 2-night thing, and then it got to me, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna put on a 2-night fucking thing, and I don't have fuck all nothing and planned. What the fuck am I gonna do? And then it's just like, holy shit, it's here. What the fuck have I done this last 8 months?
Yeah,
and luckily enough, it came together. So it's like, do you still get that that rush?
I like to do it like I plan starting like January, February, kind of see who's putting out albums that year or whatever. And then like about June, I like to get everything finalized, get the poster work, art back. Then it gives me about a month to get the the logos and stuff placed. And then I like to announce about September, so it's kind of fresh in people's minds. And then all I gotta do is like wait 2 months till the show, which is usually the first. It used to be the first Saturday after Election Day. Now it's the first Friday after Election Day.
Right.
So
yeah, because
time has fallen back. It gets dark early. It feels more rock and roll, more evil, more atmospheric. So people come out sooner, and we just have a good time until no one's left.
And that's one of the things I always love about early fall shows, like shows in like September, October, November, is when it's getting dark earlier, and the heat of the day isn't there anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's totally what I dig about those shows. It's like it's leather weather and fucking, it's like you get the fucking thing going in.
Yep.
You get it's like the mental conjuring, and I dig that shit.
Well, Mark, not to take command of your own show here, but it is the first Metal Forge of the month, and I like to do my monthly concert roundup for the for the area and other national or nationwide tours or regional tours, whatever it might be. So let's go
for the month of November.
Yeah, let's go and get started because I got quite a few in here to get
right on
through. So all right, so November 4th at the Odd here in Nashville, Black Tusk will be on tour. Also joining them for 3 days is a Howling Giant, who just released their awesome new album, which I got right here in the mail today. So pretty excited about that. Even though they sent me the wrong one, which pissed me off. It wasn't the band; it was the main. I don't know if it was Magnetic Eye or Fulfillment. Yeah, it rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, long story short, I ordered a limited edition splatter, and they just sent me a run of the mill red transparent. So I was not happy and let them know about it right away. But joining them on that show is the band Serrate, who is like a I'm not sure if they're screamo or not. They're pretty new. Actually, the promoter or the booker of the Odd, Matt Evans, his new band is opening up, so I'll be checking them out. Yep. And then on November 10th, same venue, Steel and Stone. Enough about that. November 16th at Asheville Music Hall is Brujeria with Pinata Protest and Nomas and pretty close to local Ape Vermin who will be playing.
What do you think of band names like that, like Pinata Protest and Dick Titty Blood Punch? And
it wouldn't be something I'd listen to willingly. I might stumble upon it like it, but if I saw the name, I would probably just keep on going.
Okay.
Yeah. And then on November 17th, my friend Josh from Grasping Air Booking has a Fairy Ring from Evansville, Indiana, coming down. Yeah, they're
a couple
on tour.
Hours away from me.
Yep, they'll be playing with Aurora Layer and Shadow Cloak at Fleetwood's. That's $10. November 17th. November 19th at Asheville Music Hall is Goat Whore with Withered, Spider, and Steel and Stone alumni. All hell. So that would be an awesome show. And then November 25th is another Grasping Air show, which is a 20-watt Tombstone with Mean Green and Shrunken Heads at Fleetwood's. So
why
all these
isn't
bands,
Temptations Wings playing that?
I have reasons. I'll tell you later. So yeah, 20-watt Tombstone will be on tour. Goat Whore, Withered, and Spider will be on tour. Fairy Ring will be on tour. Brujeria is on tour. Black Tusk and Howling Giant, even though they're on the same date, they're actually touring very separate after their first three shows respectively.
Right.
So
they're sharing a few shows together.
Yep.
And dude, that's a rad thing to do. I'm going to do that more next year, I think.
And just for you Louisville listeners, they will be in your town at Portal November 5th. Howling Giant will. So
yes. Yeah. And Overload will be back in Louisville on November 11th at the Mag Bar. And then I do know that 20-watt Tombstone will be near Louisville again at the end of November as well.
Nice.
Yeah, because he and I, Tom and I have talked about that.
Cool.
And then obviously, and I'm going to go ahead and plug too, because it will be the day after the first Metal Forge of December. December 2nd will be another Metal Forge live at Mag.
Nice.
So with a couple of heavy hitters coming out. So those will be announced soon.
The reason Temptations Wings isn't playing that show, there was actually two reasons for it. It's Black Friday weekend.
Yes.
3 out of 4 of us have families, wife and kids.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a fan of 20-watt Tombstone. I've never seen him before. So I was like, why work to enjoy this band where I could just go and pay and enjoy the band? Yeah, it's kind of like, it was like twofold. It was like, I'd rather just go and not have to worry about parking, packing up my drums afterwards, packing up the merch after everything's over, blah, 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 blah. So.
Covered in
All right. We are here now with Jacob. See, this is crazy because we were just talking in the monologue about I, like a fucking bonehead, didn't get who I was going to be talking to. I'm just like talking with the band account. And I was like, oh, fuck. Who is it, man? Like, so it's Jacob from All
I guess
Hell.
I could have said that at some point. Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, it happens, you know. I mean, it's I often just sit there and I'm just like, oh, you know, blah blah blah. Everybody knows it's me. It's like because my account says my name. It's like, well, no, not everybody's. It's like, oh, I'm Mark, by the way. I gotta tell people this. It's like, hey, I'm Mark. So, awesome. So, dude, welcome to the Metal Forge and
Man, thanks for having
fucking
me.
Steel and Stone coming up.
Yep. Just 2 weeks.
By the
ish.
time this airs, it'll be about a week.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah. You're all's first time on the show. I know Jason's excited about that too, because I know he tried to get you guys a few years ago.
Yeah, we've like talked about it a couple times and it never worked out until this year. Like it just so happened that we were working on a tour around the same time and it made sense geographically for us to just do a hometown show that night. So
right on.
Stoked that it worked out.
Hell yeah. So where are you all being on either side of the date then?
I think the night before we're doing Savannah, and then we're doing Charleston the night after, I think.
Right on.
Yeah,
we definitely have some fucking listeners in Georgia and South Carolina. So yeah, fuck yeah. If you're in the areas, go see them on the tour, because fucking if you're not going to be able to make it to Steel and Stone, fucking support where you can, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, because that's where it's at these days, is, you know, playing the fucking places that. But dude, no, let's talk about All Hell here. So you guys started in about 2013 by Metal Archives.
Yeah.
And you know, you've released quite a few things since then. So where are you all standing now?
Right now we just a couple weeks ago, kind of for Halloween, released a single, but it's actually got 3 songs on it. Cover of The Howl by Sam Hain is on there, and then there's a remix of an older song, and then an instrumental song that we did. Earlier this year, we put out our newest EP, All Hail the Night, and kind of at that point where we're starting to work on newer stuff, or maybe a full length. We'll see.
Right on. Now, when it comes to releasing things, I mean, obviously you all had a few full lengths before, so that's been the norm. Now, with how the pandemic has changed everything, like with people's release structures and stuff, do you still want to keep doing full lengths? Is that, do you feel like is the best way to go?
I don't know if it's the smartest way to do it, but we like doing full lengths. That's kind of most of what we've done before. And even on the EP, like we kind of do concept records, which is easier to do on a full length. And I'm the main songwriter. And so I don't know, I've always been a guy that is more of an albums guy than a, you know, one song.
Than a singles guy. Like, yeah, I get that.
Like I usually, like if I listen to something, I'll go listen to a whole album rather than, you know, unless I'm really just itching to hear a specific song and nothing else. But
right there,
so yeah,
yes,
there'll be full lengths in the future, hopefully. As far as like with the EP and the single that we just did, we kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. Just like while we're on a different label now, so we talked with them about what we wanted to do, and we felt like it was a good time to try something new and do a smaller release.
Definitely. Hell yeah. Jason, what do you have?
I would say the Terminus Hate City label you're on now.
Yeah.
Well, dude, they sent me my package, and dude, it was like chock full of like stuff.
Awesome.
Like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah, they seem pretty cool. I've been looking forward to hearing more of what they got to offer in the future.
There's some solid bands on the label for sure.
Yeah, and also the THC abbreviation is pretty awesome too, Because I think the catalog number is like THC 11 or something. So I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Right.
That's pretty cool. That's good. I mean, hey, see what you did there. But no, seriously, there's so many awesome indie labels out there today that provide such a great service to bands of various levels. From
sure.
the independent bands. Go ahead.
Yeah, the landscape has changed so much just like since the pandemic as far as labels and everything goes. So like we wanted to change things up and try out like a smaller indie label this time around as well. It's more flexible and gives us more options to work with, and things are just different in general with how labels are structured now. So
right.
Yeah, it's not a bad time to be a musician though.
Definitely not. And that's the cool thing about it now too, is, when it comes to rights for your albums and such with with independent labels, you're not signing over your masters in perpetuity anymore.
Right.
Because, now there's a lot of places that have laws against companies being able to do that.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to most when you're out on the road?
It's a good question. I mean, playing the show is the best part, obviously. There's a lot of sitting around other than that. We usually, I don't know, depending how long the drives are and how early we have to load in the next day or whatever, we'll try and find something cool to do beforehand.
Right on.
Somewhere good to eat at least.
Right. Check out the local eateries, the local digs, the local record stores. And do y'all do the museum stuff?
Sometimes, like if there's enough time, we'll try and like scope out stuff like that. Last weekend we played up in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. We did like Shadow Woods Metal Fest, had a little reunion fest. That was pretty cool, but we're about an hour south of Centralia, Pennsylvania. I don't know if you're familiar with that town at all.
Right.
It's like an abandoned coal mining town that has been like the underground has been on fire since the 60s or 70s, and they had to evacuate it. Like there's 4 people that still live there, but it had to be evacuated in the 90s, like almost completely.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's just like a total like dead ghost town. There's nothing there. Like it's overgrown with like trees and woods. Like there's still streets and everything that are paved but mostly grown over. And we went up there just because we had all heard of it before, and it's kind of a cool spooky place.
It's like the shit that like Silent Hill is.
Yes, they based them, specifically the movie they based off of Centralia. But yeah, it was really cool.
That's wild.
Sounds like a cool place to do a music video, actually.
yeah, we took some cool pictures up there, but we'll see.
Hell yeah. Now that you've said it, Jason, now everybody in fucking Pennsylvania is gonna go do it.
Probably. It's okay.
For sure, it's gonna happen. It's cool. Like definitely love checking out like the weird sites, like when you go up to like Wisconsin, you see like Cheese Castle and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is like cheese outlets.
Nice.
And that's fucking awesome shit. Like if you're a fucking like every fucking kind of cheese connoisseur, and they've got you covered.
Yeah, that sounds like a place that we would go.
Oh yeah, and it's like there's like a barbecue place that's like right next to it, so you can go over and get cheese and barbecue, and it's like what? It's really what the road is all about, is finding what crazy cool places you can eat. That's the real American tour schedule. And I think that's, the why I want to have the episode with Graham from Seven Sisters and a few of the other people who from Europe and South America that have been on and have toured the US recently.
Right.
Like, what fucked up food did you try that you've never heard of in your country before?
What food made you sick that you had?
Yeah. And a lot of people say White Castle.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It's easy to overdo it on those sliders.
It is. Jason, you're the crystal purist, aren't you?
I prefer Crystal to White Castle, but they both taste about the same because they got the burger that you're not sure what it is, and then the onions to mask it, and then the bread. Yeah, so
right.
White Castle's got those little cheesecake on a stick things.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, there's no slider chains here where me and Jacob are from. So anytime anytime it's like you see him, it's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I keep thinking that I keep forgetting that you two are like, in Asheville. So
yeah. I mean, who knows? He might be like 5 miles from me. It's hard to say,
Right. And be in another zip code. Yeah. So okay, so you're interested in putting out a new full length for next year.
Yeah, we'll see. Hope. I mean, it would be nice to record next year at the very least. So
definitely. Now, when it comes to recording, do you all how do you all approach recording? Do you do it all like in an actual studio? How do you all do it?
So far, we've done everything in a studio.
Okay.
The EP that we did that we put out earlier this year, we recorded with Chris from Black Tusk down in Savannah. Yeah. And we'll probably, whatever we record next, we'll probably record with him also.
Definitely. Yeah, that studio is great.
Yeah. It's got a nice setup.
It is.
Have you guys ever recorded with anybody here?
No, we recorded in Greensboro a few times, but we haven't actually recorded at home at all.
Right. Yeah, I was just curious about that. There's not really that many metal focused studios around here. But there is one that opened up pretty close to me. The guys from up north, his name is Dave Kaminsky, and I did a drum video with him, man. And I have to say, like, he overdubbed my live drums into the existing track, and like I was pretty impressed with it sounded. Yeah. So we might actually record with him our next project.
He wouldn't be a bad call. I don't think. I actually went and visited his studio last year. We hung out a bit. He seems like he knows his stuff.
Yeah, it's in his basement. Like you just like it's like a modular house in a neighborhood, and you just like walk up a couple steps, and it's like, damn, this is pretty nice.
Yeah. Got some nice amps too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, everything was pretty top notch.
Hell yeah. Because you all are both from Asheville, and with trying to get on Steel and Stone and it finally happening, it's got to feel good. It's got to feel like a bit of a homecoming too, right? Like, because I think that's because you're both in the same scene and everything else.
Yeah, we played together before. We opened for Black Tusk. About 7 years ago, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, but I mean, I've seen him about 3 or 4 times in Asheville, just here and there, different places, and now to play with him again, is pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited to have him on because there's not many. There's not to sound like an asshole, but there's not really many Asheville bands that I like relate to music wise. So like when you actually find one that like works out, it's like So
yeah, for sure,
exactly. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. And I know Alonti's playing with you now, so we'll get to work him really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Got double duty that day.
Yeah, we tried to put him back to back, but he said no. Let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of, dude. Come on.
He just doesn't want to set up his drums twice.
Oh, was that it? I thought he didn't want to play 2 sets back to back.
Who knows?
So yeah, I want to go ahead and switch over to Derailed, Jason.
Yeah, man.
So I want to ask some Derailed questions. Derailed is the random question segment where I draw from a deck of cards and whatever happens happens.
All right, I'll try not to get myself in trouble.
Oh no, get yourself in as much trouble as you can. Just don't drink and drive. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
What would it actually be, or what would I want it to be?
Yeah, what would it be? What? I don't know. I mean, that's I guess it's a what would you want it to be? Because obviously, there's the fucking why is Swamp Thing what he is, I'm sure he didn't want that.
I don't know. I would probably be like an evil Doctor Strange.
Nice. I dig like all alt universe Doctor Strange stuff, because yeah. Oh, Jason, what would yours be? You're here too, man. You gotta answer this.
It would probably be being super rich, so I could hire my own drum tech. To be honest with you, it's getting a little much anymore.
So, okay, so you'd be almost like a Bruce Wayne then. You'd be doing it to hire somebody, but you wouldn't be paying them like a slave wage. Wouldn't be like hitting them with the fucking whip or nothing.
No, I would pay him well.
That doesn't go there.
That's right. Actually, I would probably just buy my own venue and just leave the drums set up at all times, and only open up when I had a show worth playing.
Never have to move them.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would be like just put them on a drum, like a drum riser
stage, and a little like a trap door that goes up and down.
Yeah,
just like your own secret riser that comes up out of the stage.
Yeah, just a drum riser that they stay on, and like when I need them, I just like raise it up, and I'm ready to go.
We actually talked about a roll around fucking little riser. What is true friendship?
True friendship. Right now, I'm going to say that true friendship is your brother driving while you do a podcast.
Shout out, yes, to your brother. Jason?
Someone who helps you bury the body without asking questions.
I dig both of those.
While listening to All Hell, preferably the last EP. It's pretty good. It'll get those shovels moving quick, man.
No shit,
yeah,
dude.
Especially Neon Babylon, man. That song is killer. I love that song.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
it, dude. And that's one of the that's what's awesome about this right here.
The compilation
the CD, fucking Steel and Stone Forged in Fire compilation CD. And fucking everybody has 2 tracks on there, and it's like, fuck yeah, man. I was listening to it earlier today when I was on my way to get some stage prop gear. And yeah, so I'm fucking jamming the fuck out of it. What type of contest do you think it would be awesome to judge?
Mortal Kombat, or like Kumite from Bloodsport.
Nice.
Yes.
I just want to watch that.
While the song's playing, I
want to be the one that says finish him.
Yes. Finish him. See, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd want to be like Shao Kahn though, or Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung, because he could fucking, he lives off of the souls of the losers, right?
He can do everyone's moves too.
Exactly, and he can turn into everybody. But the problem with Shao Kahn is like he couldn't jump, he couldn't fucking, he was too big, too bulky.
That hammer hurts pretty bad though.
Yeah, going to Mortal Kombat 3 there. Yeah, fuck. Oh, Jason, what about you?
I don't know. I don't really care about contests all that much, to be honest with you.
Come on, you're a football fan.
Yeah,
Would you want to be a ref on the football field?
no, not really.
Because you'd have to run, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's too damn demanding.
Says the drummer.
Yeah, I count to 4 and I start over, dude. That's it. I don't have time for tens and yards and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Like probably I would probably do like some kind of like musical contest, like Battle of the Bands to the death or something.
Mortal Kombat Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. It's like, oh, you didn't shred quite as hard as the other guy. You gotta go. Or no, like you take a band and you just like you pick the weakest performance out of the 4 or 5, and then you just like form a band out of the survivors.
Was there a movie that you were not allowed to see as a kid, but all your friends got to see it?
Nope. Watched everything.
Yeah, I pretty much did too. I never was just like
there were probably things that my parents would have preferred for me not to watch, but
right. Yeah,
I saw a lot of R-rated horror at a young age.
Yep, same. I
Probably
still
what's wrong
remember. Nah, I still remember waking up and it being like the Friday night movie and it being Phantasm 2 on at like 2 in the morning.
Nice.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? This is great. Get to the fucking end scene and where they're in the white room and it's just like the fucking yellow blood and all the fucking shit. It's like, yes, this is so fucking awesome. Jason, was there anything for you?
Define what age are we talking up to?
Well, I mean,
Like
was
12,
there
13?
I don't know, was there anything all your friends got to see that you didn't get to because your parents didn't let you?
The only one that comes to mind would probably be like Basic Instinct. That's the only one I remember. Like my mom was like, "You can't watch this." I was like, "Yo, watch me. I'll fucking just sneak out of bed like fucking 4 in the morning and watch it. Pop the VHS in and fast forward to the good part and go back to bed. Basically."
And then he forgets
what's going on.
And then he forgot to put the tape back where it was. So when next time they watched it,
I put it back in the tape rewinder, and then she took it back to the rental store the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I really remember. Like I couldn't watch. Everything else was like pretty much fair game. I mean, it was like action movies. I mean, I went to go see Predator in the drive-in when I was like 7. So I mean, like it wasn't really like the violence part that was an issue. So, it was like RoboCop, Terminator, Aliens, all that. I was pretty enthralled in it.
Right.
At an early age. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still remember being like 8, 9, 10, renting fucking shit like Toxic Avenger and all of that shit. And fucking being like, are you sure your mom and they're not gonna care? I mean, you see what they fucking let me rent before. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Damn, dating ourselves there.
80s parenting was like really weird because like they didn't care about the violence. Just like you just can't see this movie because she's topless. It's like, well,
right.
Okay. I'll just watch it later. Or I'll just watch it with dad.
What is the scariest cult you've ever heard of?
Scariest cult? I don't know. There's like different kinds of scary.
Right. Dude, like for me, it's somebody like David Koresh, like the Branch Davidian people. Like that cult is just like, because they were like way the fuck out there.
Probably like Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say too. something. Obviously, they all say they're religion based too, which is like weird. So yeah, I was gonna say
That's because they are
Yeah.
religion based.
Well, some are aliens, you know, the L. Ron Hubbard stuff, or even like Scientology. But
Right.
but yeah, I would say like Heaven's Gate.
Dude, we had a band here in Louisville called Heaven's Gate Gospel Revival.
How were they?
They were great.
Yeah.
Then some member changes and they changed the name and yeah. But so yeah, I have one more question, but before we get to it, you know, as always, links are listed below, so please give a like, a share, and a follow, and go see these guys on tour. Because they're going to be touring all around fucking Steel and Stone. Dude, Jacob, do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody today?
Just to you for having me on the show and Jason for inviting us to play the fest.
Yeah, man, it's no problem. Like I said, Josh Roaston reached out to me, and I was like, dude, it's fine. Yeah, I just didn't want to insult you by having you open though. I was like, well, really, all I got's opening though. So
yeah, well,
like I want to be that guy.
It was kind of a last minute thing, so appreciate it.
Well, you know, at the auditorium, like I always tell like people when I ask them to open, it's like, dude, it's usually like the second best crowd of the night.
Yeah.
For some reason, you know, it's usually like first band, and then like a multi-band shows. It's usually like the fourth or fifth band. It's like those two are like the best times. So hopefully they stay. But
I think it might help in a way to have us first because like people are going to show up.
Yeah.
Like for sure and be there like when it starts. So that's cool. I think it'll help.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if like all these comp CDs went to like your fans and that was it. I mean, that would be awesome to me. You know? Yeah.
Definitely.
Because I only made 50, so once they're gone, they're gone.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So final question of the day. If you could design your own planet, what would the environment be like?
What would the environment be like? It would probably, I don't know, it would be like a whole planet of Blashirk from immortal mythology. I don't know. Be mountains and forests and snowy landscapes.
Right on. If I can be like in Middle Earth and shit like that, where it's all fucking, you know, no real technology, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, sword and, you know, sorcery. You know, I'd like to go back and that would be a cool fucking era to, you know, that fantastical era to fucking, because it's got to be based off of something, you know, legend or whatever. So,
right. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Hell yeah. Jason, if you could, what would yours be like?
I think I'm living in the perfect environment right now. It's not very hot out, and it's pleasant, and I don't sweat all damn day. And
dude,
I can go between shorts and pants. You know, it's getting dark at a good time. So yeah,
the past weekend was bad though. Not a fan of 80 degrees in late October.
No, it takes all the fun out of it, man.
Dude,
yeah.
Where it is here right now, it's 40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I got caught in the cold weather. I was like shorts this morning. I was like, hell yeah, it's nice out. I was like, shit, I really regret putting these shorts on this morning when it's like, you know, 45 and the wind's like blowing like a son of a bitch out there. I'm like, man, freezing.
Right.
No hoodie, no nothing. I was like, well,
yeah, that was my thing. That's what I did. I fucking didn't do the thing. Fucking, I went to get fucking, like I said, stage prop shit, and fucking was just like, oh, god damn, it's so fucking cold. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm fucking 40 fucking years old. The fuck am I not fucking taking a jacket for?
It happens.
Right.
Well, before we go, Mark, I'm going to read off All Hell's tour dates because I got them in front of me here, just so everyone knows. So 11/9 at Savannah, Georgia at El Rocco Lounge. 11/10, Steel and Stone, obviously. They start at 7. 11/11, Charleston at the Tin Roof. 11:16 Knoxville at the Brickyard. 11:17 Johnson City at the Hideaway. 11:18 says TBA. Has that been filled yet?
Yeah, still up in the air. May or may not
Okay, well,
have a show that day.
somewhere in the area.
Yeah.
And then 11:19 back in Asheville with Goat Horror, Withered, and Spider. So
yeah,
that's not Spider, it's Spider with a T, not a D. But yeah, that should be a pretty killer show.
Yeah, that will be a fucking awesome show because fuck you guys, Spider and fucking Goat Horror. Hell yeah.
And Withered. Yeah.
And Withered. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Jason.
Withered are buddies of ours. And like we've known the guys in Goat Horror for a while. And like it's just never worked out for us to play together. So we're stoked to finally be able to do it.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
It seems like that venue is getting a lot better metal in there too than just like Grateful Dead jam bands. And
it seems because we've never played there, but it seems like they're booking really cool stuff now.
Yeah, now the Burial venue's about to open too, Eulogy. So I'm hoping it's not a load in up steps, but I have a bad feeling that it is.
Yeah, it might be.
From the pictures, like, oh man.
Yeah, it's the worst. Maybe they'll get an elevator.
I don't know. I haven't been in there yet to see.
That's what I said too. Yeah. When he said that, I was like, maybe they'll get an elevator. Yeah. And he's like, no, probably not.
We can hope.
Exactly. Dude, we had a club that, you had to go up and then around and then up again in there. And they had a service ramp in the back through the kitchen. And it was like a fucking X design, right? So it's like, but it was like fucking steep as shit. And like trying to push your fucking cabs up that fucking ramp. I mean, if you fucking slip,
cab.
if you
the
fucking
fridge.
Yeah, you would have to drag it up that fucking ramp. And it's like it was like at a fucking 40-degree angle. Yeah. And it's like, fuck that. It's like if you fucking ever dropped it, man, and if you were like fucking pushing it up, you'd be dead. Fucking DED dead. Dude, Jacob, thank you so much for coming in the Metal Forge this week. This has been awesome. Thanks your way out today, what do you want to play from All Hell?
What do I want to play from All Hell? Probably Black Leather Wings off of our latest EP, because it has a solo from our buddy Nate from Skeleton Witch. You did an awesome job.
Fuck yeah. I dig it. I listened to it earlier and I'm like, man, this is so fucking good.
Yeah, man, it's like 25 minutes, dude. It's like such an easy listen,
Right? So here it is. Black Leather Wings. Awesome. In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shadebeast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. Featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters from the Shadebeast Presents concert series. Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit Shadebeast.com and enter promo code SITHLORD for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shadebeast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The Sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soulgrinder Zine! An independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now. Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. To distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code MetalForge10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now. Hey Metalheads, it's with great pleasure I get to tell you guys about a new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Ageless Art, New Albany. After 20 years of owning and operating Ageless Art in Clarksville, Indiana, Phil Garrett had a vision for a new type of tattoo studio. Something that is clean and modern, sleek, refined, inviting. And he's done just that with Ageless Art in New Albany. You can find it at 2736 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. Business hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays are 12 to 6. All sessions are appointment only, so give them a call and go get you some new ink. Or if it's your first time, go get your first one, baby.
Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana is the premier 12,500 square foot music superstore that has served both the southern Indiana and Louisville, Kentucky metro area for over 4 decades. Originally founded by Marvin and Beverly Maxwell in the 70s, this gym remains a Maxwell family-owned business. Mark Maxwell, along with his business partner, Whitney McNichol, continue the reputation as being a national resource for all things music. In 2022, the iconic Guitar Emporium of Louisville relocated to Maxwell's Music, creating the largest independently owned showroom in the region. The retail offerings at Maxwell's Music includes a huge selection of guitars, basses, amplifiers, effects pedals, modeling amps, keyboards, drums, banjos, mandolins, ukuleles, sound systems, stage lighting equipment, and accessories. The music education program at Maxwell's is second to none. From private instrument and voice lessons to DG, EDM, recording, songwriting, and music theory, to rock school, weekend warriors, and Maxwell's Music Lab, there is something for every age and every ability level. In Repairland, guitar and instrument repairs and refurbishment are taken care of by the Maxwell's team of expert guitar technicians and luthiers. They also do instrument appraisals. Maxwell's offers installations for professional audio-visual and lighting systems for schools, churches, clubs, VFWs, funeral homes, sports fields, and so much more. There's also rentable space at Maxwell's, from music practice or rehearsal rooms for individuals or bands, all the way to a meeting space and concert venue that seats up to 120. That also includes a professional audio-visual and lighting system and a sound booth. Maxwell's has it all. All this plus an original, functioning 1947 recording booth to make your own record, to the Guitar Hero throne, to their very own Elvis statue, and don't forget the Harmony Green Pocket Park. There's a reason Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana has been recognized by the National Association of Music Merchants as the #1 award-winning Best Store Design, as well as Top 100 Music Store year after year. You gotta see it to believe it. Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana.